And we here.
And it's Friday. Hey.
Welcome back to Late Night Love. Guess who made it to another Friday? Your girl, Dr. LaWanda Hill, and of course me, Spicy Madi. We're ready for another great conversation. It's time for Late Night Love.
Late Night Love.
Welcome to the weekend, Dr. LaWanda. How was this short weekend for you?
This week was awesome because it is the beginning of the NFL season.
Oh, that's
and
right.
my Eagles won yesterday. I'm wearing my Eagle Kelly Green.
Ooh, perfect. She's already giving us
reason.
the high of her week.
I'm giving the high of the week, so it's been good.
Well, we're here with you to discuss Black love in all of its form. For the next 2 hours, you'll hear interesting points of view from us, your hosts, creators across social media, and the guests live on tonight's show. Call us at 310-369-0400. Get involved in the conversation and let us know what you think about this topic. There's Foxhole swag for the first callers right here. We got a little hat, a little shirty shirt. Okay, you can get to talk with us. Also, grab some swag and kick off the weekend. It's going to be fabulous. Dial us up right now, 310-369-0400. Jump in on this conversation. Dr. LaWanda, our show is all about love and romance.
Yes.
Okay. I'd be willing to bet there are plenty of hopeful singles watching, working on all the ways that, they can be good and find a mate.
Yes, I'm a hopeful single.
We would love to help them find their ideal person. But since we all know there's no way to predict when our boo will come along, how important is it to live life to the fullest until and if that person arrives?
I think it's super, super important because here's why. I think living life to the fullest is attractive. I think people are attracted to you living, having fun, being vibrant, being in your own skin. And I think that when we pause that or we feel like we can't do that, which I hope we take a deeper dive into without a partner, without a mate, then we can't put out that juju that we need. So I think that that's very, very important.
Do you think that some people get consumed or preoccupied with the idea of trying to find the one, that they forget to focus on themselves?
I don't know if it's yes, and I think people get preoccupied with believing I can't do this until I have someone. That is what I hear in my sessions.
I can't do what till I have someone?
I can't live. I can't travel. I can't do the things. I can't have fun. I can't romanticize my life because I got to have my partner. I got to wait on my partner. I can't buy the house without my partner. I can't go up and, live and buy property without my partner.
Yeah.
I can't go to another country because I need my partner. So I think that we've been so conditioned to believe that I can't do these milestones without a partner that people stop until they have a partner.
Are they letting the best years of their lives pass them by?
Some of them. I think they're letting the best years because they believe that those. It's just I feel so bad too because it's just like they really believe this is the script. I'm supposed to be doing this, and if I don't have this, I can't do that. So I do think that they are wasting in a lot of ways years, the experience, the fun, the joy, the travel. I don't think that they're fully optimizing, is what I'll say. And some people, dare I say, are wasting.
Outside of your relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
Because you don't get permission to choose that one because we know that's the most important. What would you say is the second most important relationship you will ever have in life?
Your relationships with your friends, your girlfriends, right? If you're not talking about partnership, because I do think that that's a special kind of relationship. But outside of your relationship with yourself, it's your relationship with your friends and your community. Like you don't give up your best friend because you're partnered. You don't, there's different touches that different people in your life can have with you. And obviously God, for me, but then your girlfriends, your friendships, they touch you in a way that your man can't. And then your man touch you in ways that your girls can't, And so I do think that friendships, and for men, I would say the same. I would say relationships with your friends, like platonic relationships are equally as important as romantic relationships, 100%, in my opinion.
Do you feel like people get in their feels, though, when they start to see that their closest relationships, those platonic relationships, start to couple off and get partnered without them?
Oh, yeah.
And they're getting left behind, kind of?
Yeah. I think that I literally had to go to therapy when my best friend got married. Like, I literally was, she got married in our 20s, so I was kind of young and naive. I love them. I love her. I love Orlando.
Shout out to the best friend that got married.
Shout out to the best bud and her husband. I think that they are so amazing. I've talked to you a lot about them.
Is she the Capricorn?
No, that's my other best friend. Okay. I have two.
She got a couple best friends.
Scorpio. I got two best buds. But I literally was not prepared for that transition. So I do think that is a thing that we need to talk more about for singles when your friend is transitioning into a relationship. And I was like, wait, no more sleepovers at night? Like, wait, we can't have that? So it was a lot. It was a thing.
Dang, that is crazy. That's if we having sleepovers though. We're like, baby, you gotta get a hotel room, go stay at your brother's. We're having these slumber parties, okay? Contagious Grin gets tonight's conversation going. Single is a season.
Ooh.
Check this out and let's talk about it.
Let me say this slow for the people in the bag. Being single does not mean that you're behind. It means that you still have standards. Let's talk about it. Everybody's out here trying to rush posting relationship goals, but you end up with someone who doesn't even know how to communicate. Okay, let's be honest. Being single is not a curse. It is a season, and it's a powerful one at that. It's a place where you can figure out what do you want in life, who do you want to be, what do you want to stand for, what can you tolerate. It also teaches you how to be your own person without begging for company. See, some folks would rather choose the wrong person than to be with themselves for those 5 minutes. But not you. You're a person who chooses purpose over pressure. So next time someone asks you, why are you single? Tell them, because I'm not settling for nobody who doesn't know how to love me right.
I hate that question.
Why are you single?
Yeah, because I just feel like it's not always someone hasn't seen me or I'm still interviewing. It's just like maybe you caught me in a space where I was in a relationship or partnered up, but it didn't work out. It just always feels like it's here's why I hate that question, because it feels like this is what you're supposed to do and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, so why? That's the question for me. Like, why are you not in a relationship? Relationship is the standard. And if you are not in a relationship, why aren't you? Which is why I hate the question. I would prefer more of a question of like, that's exploring my dating history, exploring where I am in life, exploring what I want, exploring. One guy asked me recently, which I really liked, what do men get wrong about you? I thought that was a better question than why are you single? And so it just kind of feels like, hey, why are you not doing this thing that everybody else in society is doing? So I don't love that question.
I interpret it a little bit differently.
Okay.
Why are you single doesn't necessarily mean that why are you not living the position that society says that you're supposed to be living? I interpret that as clearly you have a goal to be in a relationship. So what has held you back from your desired goal? Tell me about yourself. And what is it about the decision and life choices that have led you here to being on this date with me in 2025 and not having accomplished that?
And see, now you're getting on something else. It feels like the onus is on me, right? And for some it is, right? Because I'm hearing you say...
For a lot of people it is.
The life
for
choices.
For majority of the people, because we are in charge of our life, it is.
But to me, the question suggests that it's like something's wrong. The life choices that you have made have gotten you to this place and you're not in the right place. It feels like a right or wrong versus how are you here? Because maybe I've made the right choices. Maybe I was in love. Maybe I was even engaged. Maybe I had met my person and he died. I don't know. Maybe it got called off. It just kind of feels like you clearly have done something wrong, so why are you here? The question never feels open-ended to me.
It's supposed to be introspective. It's supposed to make you go within and be like, how have I contributed to not achieving this? Well, I have a tendency to choose people who are emotionally unavailable, or I have a tendency to stay way longer and give people 20 chances when they only deserve one. There's always reasons behind why they're where they're at.
The not achieving to me is fundamentally the problem. Because you're not achieving, as though this is the prize. This is the prize for a lot of people.
The relationship is the definition of success.
Yeah, this is the definition of success. Why haven't you achieved it? That's what the energy always seems to be behind that. It's never, for me, it's never like, oh, do you want this? Have you been focused on this? Like, are there other things that are the definition of success for you? It always feels like a biased question. Like people have, and I get it, majority of society, equates relationship and being partnered with success, but it always feels like this is the mark of success, you haven't received it. So what's happening with that? What are you doing?
I find it interesting, though, that we look at it like that when it comes to relationship. But if you were sitting across from someone who was unemployed, you would feel very compelled to ask them, why are you unemployed? And why? What have you done? What life choices have led to this? And you would give them a fair opportunity to explain, well, I got fired, or, that I wasn't compatible with that, company or that corporate culture. And we would be okay with that. But when it comes to relationships, we want it. Well, no, it's not success. Like, you know, and it's like, oh, no, this is how we soften the blow for people's poor choices.
Because I think you're still thinking of it about people who make poor choices and they want that. Because because I have 25% of my client right now is unemployed, and I don't think it's anything that they did. I don't think it's a poor choice. I don't think it's
No, I'm saying that it's
effort.
okay to ask the question of why without it being an attack on their success.
But Spicy, it has a different energy behind it. Like,
That's because we are defining it as a different energy, but really it is
no,
like,
the
what is
people
the work that you put in and what is the output that has happened from that?
the people ask you have a different energy behind it. I can completely attest to that.
Yes.
You're not everybody else.
This is true.
Other people have a different energy behind it. You're kind of like, okay, so why we here? What happened? It feels more neutral. But other people who are behind it is like,
What's wrong with you?
what's wrong with you, girl? Why you ain't accomplished that? And I think that people feel that. Like, you are a one in maybe, I would say there's 9 of you to 1. There's 9 people who are not asking with that energy in comparison to you asking you with that energy. If you ask me that, I'd be like, oh, girl, this is what happened. You know, we talked
But that's
about
crazy because it's 2 people in the same position. It's one unemployed person asking the other unemployed person, why are we here?
Yeah, but I don't think that people, I think you're approaching, you're thinking like a coach. I think you're thinking like a coach. I think you're thinking like a coach who's just like, all right, we got to the end zone.
Let's get to it.
You're thinking like a coach. Spicy is thinking like a coach 100%. And you're thinking like, what are the pros and the cons? What's bad? What's good? What haven't you done? And I don't think that people don't come with that energy. They really come with like okay, I would prefer that people come with more open-ended curiosity. Curiosity of why. Like, why are we here? What's going on? Are you happy here?
Yeah.
No one asks that. Are you happy single? Are you happy doing your thing? Do you want to be partnered? No. People assume you're single. Ooh, bad. We got to get you out of this hole. We got to get you out of this cesspool. That's what it feels like. We got to get you out of this cesspool of singleness and get you somewhere else. And I think that when people come to you for you being a coach, I do think that you go into that mode of like, all right, this is what we got to get. You ain't doing what you need to do. Blah,
To the
blah,
point
blah,
to
blah.
where I'm framing their answers with them. Okay, so when you get asked that question, this is how we're going to answer it so that they can see the evolution of you and what you've done now to improve upon that challenge that you experienced in your decisions. Because we also don't want to leave them low vibration. Okay, so according to Vincent Shaw, Friday nights suck sometimes when you're single. Have you been here, y'all? Let's watch this clip real quick.
Man, single life sucks. Yeah. It's like this weird space where you want to do something, your Friday night gets here, you've been working hard all week, you like, yes, it's time to go up. And then you realize, oh, you ain't got nobody to go up with. That sucks. Then you think to yourself, like, I could go out with somebody, but that person I know I'm not supposed to be going out with. And then the people that you want are taken. So it just be like, all right, this sucks. Anybody can relate to that?
He just want his boo.
Address the people that you want are taken. What is he saying by that?
The people that you want are taken. Perhaps the people who you feel who are on your level, who are available, who feel like your peer, it feels like they are taken. Like they got swiped up already. And
How does something like that happen? How do you get swiped up already?
proximity,
Okay, what else?
time, availability, where you are in life, what your priority is. It's just kind of like, I liken it into a Uber. We're all sitting outside and I called one and yours came before me. Maybe you got outside a little quicker than me. Maybe you already knew where you were going. You already knew the address. You put it in. So there's different reasons why yours came quicker or, damn, the one I wanted you already got. So to my point from earlier, I don't always feel like I did it wrong. I didn't have the right address. I wasn't ready. I wasn't on time. I think that's the energy that people have behind it. I think for some, it's just like, dang, I know a guy. I won't now say his name. I won't say his name, but I'll be like, if I'd have got to you just a year earlier, we could have.
You would have been like,
I would have been, but by the time I met him, he was already partnered.
Pizza, wings, and peace. King Storm shares why he enjoys his singleness. Let's take a look.
So I get real quiet when people get to talking about how boring it is to live by yourself. Because I can't relate. To be completely 100% honest with you, babe, I can't relate. I can't tell you nothing that I like more. I could not tell you nothing that I like more. See, I think what it is that a lot of people find it difficult to be by themselves, period. You know, and that's, I'm pretty sure, for a lot of different reasons. But see, I don't have to be around anyone to have fun or enjoy myself or entertain myself. Actually, the most of my fun happens when I'm by myself. When other people get involved and other people starts coming into my plans, that's generally when my fun starts altering, to be completely honest. If I was with somebody right now, when I went and got this pizza, they'd probably be like, oh, no, I don't want just cheese. Cheese is just boring. So I would have had to get half of what they wanted. No. This is what I want. This is what I like. To me, it's a luxury. To be able to sustain yourself, live by yourself, enjoy yourself. It's a blessing in my opinion. I'm about to enjoy my pizza and go find some type of documentary to watch.
I do love some pizza and wings, but he can do like half a different flavor. Award-winning media maven Mitzi Miller is here to spread the good word on a fun Friday night. More late night love after this break.
Hey, besties!
What is a bestie?
I like you.
She's fun.
It's about to be a good time!
She's always looking out for you.
Since you're my bestie, I will handle it for you.
She makes you think.
Here to uplift and empower.
She's always encouraging.
You are that girl.
Chelsea Edwards, your bestie in daytime.
I get the spiritual moments.
Chatting with Chelsea. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Welcome back to Late Night Love. I am Spicy Madi with Dr. Lawanza Hill, and we're excited about tonight's episode. Please pick up the phone and dial us to get on tonight's conversation. How are you living your life while you're waiting for your happily ever after to arrive? And if your happily ever after has already found you, what was life like prior to them coming in? We want to know. Give us a call, 310-369-0400. Share with us. Dr. Lawanza, there are all kinds of tropes in the media about being a pitiful single person, okay? Think about the cat ladies, messy auntie, the forever bachelor, gamer guys, or dog parents. Why is such a high value placed on partnership?
Y'all really gotta stop. Like, it's like, it's really not. I do believe, I was sitting with that when you just said that. Like, why is such a high value placed on partnership? I think it always goes back to historical origins, right? Partnership meant a different social position. It meant a different security for some. It was equated to be a different level of happiness and fulfillment and status. And I think that I'm not saying that that's not still the case for some, but I do think that times have changed. And I do believe that people believe if you are partnered, that means socially, relationally, economically, you are on the come up. And if you don't, people automatically assume then you don't have these privileges or these benefits that comes with being partnered. And so I think that people see it as a negative thing, as a bad thing if you're not partnered, if you are single. And therefore these tropes, right? It's like, you single, that's the cat lady, whatever. You know, all these things as though it's insulting.
Do you think that people feel like they're being shunned or devalued because they're single, though?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, we just had a whole single cat ladies debate no more than like 10 months ago, you know? Like, that is seen as something that's terrible. I even saw Kev on stage was like, they were like, you know, women who are single are miserable. And Kev on stage was like, not the women that I know. It's like, they're not opposed to love. Because that's the thing. I think that people feel like these women are opposed to love or they're not open to partnership. He was like, but they happy. They traveling. They get out the group chat. They're living their best lives. And so I just think that we feel society, I think we're still stuck in this mindset that if you don't have a person or a body, then you're not happy and you haven't arrived. Or to that point we talked about earlier, you're not successful in some ways. And I think that that's not true for everybody. It could be true for some. I never speak in, well, I don't never say never. I try not to speak in black and white, you know, all or nothing, but I don't think that that's everybody's reality. I think that some people are so happy, and I can think of at least 5 off the top of my head, that to be partnered, they want it to be additive to their life. They don't want it to take away. They want it to be like, man, I'm really happy. Just to say that I have a person is not sufficient.
Correct. But why is it either or? Why is it, if you have a person, I don't understand the either or, settling versus not settling, because I feel like that's the argument, is like, well, you know, even earlier the guy was like, well, I'm single because, you know, I'm not going to settle. But it's like, whoever suggested that you should settle in order to be in a relationship? I think that we, you know, we say the narrative of like, well, I haven't, you know, found the person who has, you know, everything that I want yet. Okay, but you do want to be in a relationship. You actually would prefer and would choose to not be single if that person came along. If the person who you felt like you were aligned with or was your equal came along, you would not be single. So you actually aren't single by choice. You're single by circumstance.
Yeah, but I think that the reason why that kind of usually dances with each other is because I think people assume that we need to just pick anybody for the sake of being in a relationship. And I think people have a pushback to that of like, I mean, if I wanted to be, I'm pretty sure I could be partnered
anybody,
today.
any woman can be
I could
with
be with
somebody.
anybody today.
For sure.
So I think that it's kind of like, but I haven't found the right person or my person. And so I think that that's why that's usually paired together, because it's like, why ain't you by, because there's plenty of people, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but it isn't my fish.
Correct.
Is it my person? And I think that that's usually what gets paired together.
I agree with that, y'all. Tasia Aaron gets really honest about singleness. Can you identify, watch this and share your story in the chat.
One of the hardest things about dating and being single is that you're constantly going through a cycle of someone not choosing you. And for me, I think the constant cycle of rejection, essentially, right? Putting yourself out there, hoping that this guy chooses you or sees something in you where he's like, wow, she's the one. I want to pick her. I want to build a future with her. She's my forever person. When you keep going through those cycles of someone not choosing you, at least for me, it does take a toll on my confidence level, and it takes a toll on my eagerness to keep putting myself out there and keep dating. I don't know. And after a series of like rejections and being hurt in situationships, it's kind of exhausting. And you get to a point where you're like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this or if I can keep doing this, like mentally, physically. After a while, it does take a toll on you. So I'm trying to remain hopeful, but I'm reaching a point where I'm losing hope at the same time.
See, if she was my client, I would say, take a break, girl. Take a break. You don't have to, like, even that, what do you hear there? Because I hear that it's like, what is this pressure to keep going? You in anything, you've been trying, you want it, you've put it out there, it hasn't yielded the results. Why are you still pushing? Take you a break.
And I think the breaks, I think people do take breaks. So I think they do go through their detoxes. But I think that when you've been hurt so many times and disappointed so many times and you put yourself out there so many times, that people start to lose motivation to keep going because there's so many withdrawals versus deposits made. And so at a certain point, they are exhausted and it's like, I'm going to just tap out any second.
And see, that's why I'm saying so many times need to be cut in half. Like, so I would ask that question, what is the pressure to keep going when you are exhausted? If you went 1 or 2 times, you did 2 rounds of dating, let's say, because I have clients come to me like, oh, Dr. Hill, I'm back on the app. I'm out, I'm doing my thing. I ran into whatever. Okay, cool. I'm with you, girl. This is what you say you want. This is your goal. You've had 2 rounds of disappointment. I'm not going to encourage you to do a third. I'm going to say, take you a break to recover and then get back in the game. The same thing I would tell my execs. The same thing I would tell my bosses of like, all right, girl, you've been fighting for a minute. I'm not going to keep telling you to be in the ring. Let's pause and recover. But I think that this pressure to do another round and another round and another round and another round really boils down to what we think about singleness. So they keep going. And then they experience these challenges because, and I'm not putting it on her. I don't think it's her fault. But I would want to be the person that would say, hey, you tired after 2 rounds? Let's chill so that you don't accumulate all these losses and this rejection and all the things, and it keeps you from keeping going.
We're saying rounds like it's boxing, right? Like they in this fight. And that's where I'm going to put the coaching hat back on and say, okay, but what are the skills that you're bringing to it, right? Because I think that a lot of people understand, well, I'm where I'm at now because, I'm avoidant. But dating is a skill. Like, it's actually a skill. So if you're going to get in that ring, do you know how to do the dance? Do you know how to uppercut and hook and all, do you know how to get in that game? And most people don't actually. They just show up and want to be loved. But at 35, Maya Galore counts her blessings as she walks through her single season. Let's listen so we can share.
So in today's episode of 35 Single and Loving It, but I Still Have Human Feelings, last night I was on my way home from a girls' night out. It was about 1 a.m. And I had the sudden feeling that it would be really nice if there was someone to either call and check on me, make sure that I'm going to get home safely, or someone at home waiting for me, ready to debrief with me about my night. And I'm not going to lie to you, I sulked in that feeling for a moment. Being where I am right now, where I'm waiting for the Lord and I only want what He wants for me in my life, and I don't just accept anything or talk to anybody just to have somebody to check on me, I allow myself to feel those feelings, but I also don't live in those feelings. For me, that looks like letting an hour go by where I am fantasizing or I am wishing and I am hoping for what the future might hold. But especially if it makes me sad, I make sure that I redirect my thoughts to the positive, what I do have versus what I don't have. How grateful I am to live the life that I have, to be single, happy, and whole, and free, and able to live a full and fulfilling life without a partner. Because once upon a time, there were women who could not do that. But in the same breath, also say, Lord, this would be really nice. And I hope and pray that you have that for me. So yes, I'm not gonna lie to you. I dropped a couple of tears on this last night. But before I went to bed, I prayed and I said, Lord, I thank you for the peace. I thank you for the purpose that is in my life right now. And I thank you for this season. But I also thank you for when that season will change.
I appreciate her honesty with the tears being dropped, because I know I've cried a few nights.
I was thinking, those moments are real. They're very real.
But to her point about operating in gratitude and appreciation for this time that you do have before your partner comes, trust me, you're going to be tired, overworked, feeling underpaid in your relationship. You're going to, all the things, you're to be like, dang, there was nights I cried and I prayed for this and now you're here and I'm, tired of you. But so enjoy this single season, because you really do get this extreme level of selfishness and independence and exploration that when you get into a relationship, it is so serving and sacrificing that you don't just get to think for self. Like, you actually have to think for the household. And so enjoy this time. I'm with her on, like, operate in gratitude of what you get to do, of the pizza you get to order, that you don't have to ask somebody else what flavor they want. Like, you can just get whatever you want.
You know what I hear you say when you say that I don't know, I love what you say, because I'm like, you know, I hear there's pros and cons of every season.
1,000%.
There's pros and cons of singleness. There's pros and cons of partnership. There's pros and cons of being a mother. There's pros and cons of not being a mother. And I still think we have work to do, that we don't glamorize one life over the other, because I hear every partner person, every mother say this, but I don't. And I can't remember her name, but she's recently married, recently with kids, and she's like, "Oh, girl, I was living my life when I was single. I was having a good time, and you know, I just really wished I knew that was the last run." You know what I'm saying? Because I really, really appreciate it. And I was just like, but that's not the messaging. The messaging is to get out of this.
Yeah,
you know. And so
sure.
I just hear you talk about the pros and cons of every season. And I don't know if that gets, you know, illuminated enough.
Oh, yeah. No, I knew that before parenting was sacrifice. I didn't know to this level, but my ass definitely took myself to Loom for my last hurrah. The month I got pregnant, I was like, it's coming. I feel it. Let me get this turnip out one last time, because this body is about to be sacrificed.
Yeah.
But yes, we don't talk about the pros and cons enough. I think everything is glamorized. Relationships, child, like all of the things, and we don't talk about the ugly. And then when people get into it, they're also not prepared for the ugly. They think that everything is supposed to feel good. I am entitled to happiness, and if this doesn't serve me, it's not for me. Because I'm so tired of it doesn't serve me. First off, you are going to have to do plenty of things that you don't want to do in relationship, and if you plan on having a romantic relationship and a parenting relationship with your child, you have to override the emotion of pleasure, okay, for need and for the outcome of everybody's goal, you know, everybody's needs and goals being met in the household. Like, sometimes you have to override. I don't feel like doing this thing right now, but for the greater good, I am.
But it's glamorized. And here's what I'm preaching, the good gospel tonight, of like, no part of singleness is glamorized. It is shunned. It is looked down upon.
Singleness has been glorified for a very long time.
When?
What? The hoe season is glamorized. The being able, sexual liberation. What? We've been glamorizing. What?
How many
We're
years?
over here glorifying girls. Slide down that pole to
should.
pay through college.
I support
like,
it.
What?
I support it. I support it. Okay, that's fair. Let's say it's been glamorized. In comparison,
The problem is that it's been over glamorized, and we look up and we waste a lot of time thinking we got Baskin-Robbins 31 flavor options out here, and we wake up and we don't have the same access, that we don't have our youth. We've wasted a lot of years with the wrong
I think that
crowds
relationships have been glamorized. I think that if singleness has been glamorized, they've overcompensated for the fact that it has been so shunned. I think that this energy behind relationships and being partnered and being mother and all these things have been the gold standard. So naturally, people overcorrect. And I think that they've overcorrect, though I don't believe a whole season is over glamorized, and I support that. I think that
My whole season was so good.
I think that now we're seeing that swing, but I don't believe it's been comparison. If you think about people who, we were to do a poll right now, and we asked 10 people, like, which one is more preferable? The singleness or being partnered? I think
1,000%.
Hello. So that tells me, even in all our glamorization, singleness is still not what people are.
No, because partnership is still and forever will be better than singleness. I'm not going like, that's the one area where you and I probably aren't going to see eye to eye. Because if I were to actually hand you the best partner in the world and love of your life right now, you would, as happy as you are, you would not choose singleness, because I'm handing you the love of your life, the person who's going to make you the best version of yourself. You're going to choose that.
I would choose that, but I don't think that's...
I know you would.
I know. I'm okay with that, but I also know people who would be equally as happy without it. And I don't think that that's people you've maybe come in as much contact with as me. Mm-hmm. So it feels as though, like, yeah, these people are the majority, but I'm always going to speak for the minority of people. I know these people who are not like... Give me whatever this man with his pizza, with his cheese pizza with no protein on it. You know, give that man.
The chicken wings. He had the chicken wings.
The wings, but that wing with nothing but sauce. And I don't believe he's performing. I know that.
Okay, so we're going to get back to single versus partnership in just a second, y'all. Okay? But there's just 2 minutes separating you from the next segment. Award-winning media maven Mitzi Miller is here. Get back for more. Don't leave us, okay? Late Night Love continues in just a second.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and The Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, you know we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 10:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Rolling!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher. He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't he alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
Louder for the people in the back.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
We're back with Late Night Love. Okay, the show is continuing. Spicy Marty, Dr. Lawanza. Look, we got some difference in opinions over here, but this is such a hot topic that we have to talk about. Have you been waiting for your forever bae, okay, to show up, but decided to live life to the fullest in the meantime? Or do you have regrets because time has flown by and you're still waiting on your forever love? Call Late Night Love to share your story. 310-369-0400. Call us. Let us know where you stand in love. What season are you in? Okay. This woman has been a literal maven in entertainment and pop culture. Her accomplishments and credits include wins with some of the most recognizable magazines, authoring books that became hit movies, and getting amazing creatives to our screens, both big and small. This powerhouse isn't just worthy of our attention because of her resume. She lives a big life that demonstrates the importance of seizing every moment and living big for your own gratification. Mitzi Miller is that girl for so many reasons. Take a look.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are right where you're supposed to be. Because time is our most precious resource. So get out of your head and your feelings and go outside and do something nice for yourself or somebody else. Life is short. Show up. There is no better time or place than the one that you are occupying right now.
Mitzi, welcome to Late Night Love.
Welcome.
Ooh, okay, earrings. I love the pink earrings. Looking cute, Mitzi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
We're going to dive right into it. Share a little bit about your career. You know, what happened? How'd you get here?
I mean, listen, it's been a journey. I started out as an unpaid intern at Honey Magazine, worked my way up the masthead, landed at everybody's favorite Jet Magazine as the editor-in-chief, right? It was like the first time my parents actually understood what I did for a living. For that, they were like, so you write and people pay you to, what is happening? Like, you wrote a book, but then I don't know who's supporting you. Are you going to get married? At least that's what my dad asked. My mom's like, you don't need to get married. You'll be fine. You're gonna be fine out here. So I had the devil and the angel on both shoulders. After being the editor-in-chief of Jet, I moved over and became the editor-in-chief of Ebony Magazine. From there, I hopped into television and film. I was head of development at Rainforest Entertainment, which produced The Quad on BET. And after I left Rainforest, I was at Warner Brothers TV studio for 3. Yeah.
What would you rank as your favorite? What was your favorite job or position by far?
I honestly loved a little bit of everything at them all, but my favorite was being at Honey Magazine.
Why so? What was it about that?
Well, first of all, there was money in the industry back
back in the day.
Let's start then. Like
let's be
that
clear.
was when they would like fly you out to the Bahamas to listen to the new Ashanti because it sounded better with waves in the background. Like there was everything was free. They didn't pay you. They paid you dirt, but you didn't need it because there's clothes and transportation
and experience.
But, right, like everything, like life was free, so you don't need a salary. It's like, so I would say, and the relationships and the camaraderie of that, being on that staff at that moment, so many of those women went on to do amazing things. It was such a groundbreaking time. It was like when all we really had were magazines before the internet became such a thing.
That was the communication.
Remember, it was like
We had
Vibe,
to actually have to
Source,
read. We had to
Marie
read
Claire,
back in the day.
GQ, Esquire, like you had so many options, Upscale, Honey. I mean, yeah. And so to be a part of shaping the current cultural conversation at that moment.
That's amazing, man. That's so incredible.
Yeah.
That's so
really,
incredible.
really
We
great.
still remember our Jet magazines.
Wasn't there like Jet Girls? Like you wanted to like make
Jet Beauty of the Week, ma'am. Jet Beauty of the Week.
Okay.
I remember those
Those were the
Beauties
original
of the
like
week.
vixens. Those were the original like influencers.
Those were the original vixens. And what I
Yeah.
loved about them most, and what a lot of people don't remember, is that they were very regular looking women.
I would say they were
no
beautiful
like
for,
over the
like,
top.
They were naturally beautiful.
Yeah, I agree.
They were stunning natural beauties.
Natural beauties.
Thin, they would be curvy.
It was
they
before
would
BBLs.
Yes.
Thank you. They were giving very 90s, early 2000s.
Ooh. Yeah.
Remember that beauty look, right? Where your hair had to be your hair.
Yeah.
Because most of us didn't know, like, oh, go slap an extension that stays in.
Yeah.
And wigs were like for your grandma.
Yeah.
So it was okay. Like we remember the days where you would go out and you knew you were going to come out of the club looking crazy. That was just part of that said you had a good time.
Yeah, it was
like
part of
nobody expected to go in and come out unscathed.
Yeah.
And if you did, obviously you didn't really get it.
And you didn't need to be there. Because why are you there if you're not going to be looking crazy?
Why are you there if you're not dancing? I tell people all the time, like, I grew up in the era when guys used to ask me to dance. Just come up and dance with me. Like, I know how to dance with a partner. How about you? Like, don't ask me about the latest TikTok dance, but can you dance with a partner? Can your whole body move?
Yes,
she's taking us back.
You're taking us back towards memory lane,
right?
But now you got to take us back to your love life, because today's episode is about love life, okay, and living life to your fullest while you're waiting on a romantic partner to come. So we need to hear what is your romantic partnership like life look like? What has that been like? What has the journey been like?
am currently looking very single.
Okay. Looking very single.
I am looking very single but very fulfilled. There's so much power in having information and knowledge.
Yeah.
And the great part about where I am in my relationship journey is I have enough information to look back and take ownership of a lot of decisions that I made. I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Listen, I am someone that genuinely feels like I believe that I am going to meet my partner at some point. But until that happens, I plan to be very happy in my house. Even if the person that I see when I come home is my reflection in the mirror.
I love it.
What does that happiness look like? How are you preparing for your partnership?
How am I preparing? I'm going out and I am garnering as much life experience as I can. I have pursued my career to the tilt because I loved it. Because it never felt like a job, right? And I think because in my heart, I always was like, my person will come. I never prioritize chasing it. I have a lot of friends that like stopped and were like, okay, I need to go now, take the time and focus on it the same way I focused on climbing this ladder. And it worked for some for a time. And it didn't work for others, right? So I've seen it go both ways. I have not done that. I have chosen to live as I look, and I'm really not looking, because I do agree with the good doctor. I feel like people are attracted to people having fun.
1000%. Happiness is sexy. Do you believe that you can climb the ladder at the same time as find your partner? Why does it? Because it sounds like it has to be like these two separate seasons.
Yes.
Can it be the same season?
For me, it was separate seasons, but that is because I entered the career force with a disability. and I say that more like a golf thing than like a physical disability. I started late because I had a liver transplant. So I didn't actually get started in my career until I was 25.
Okay.
So I felt like I had ground to make up. And being given a second shot at life, I felt like I had a lot to prove. Like I was like, I need people to know that I was here.
Yeah.
It's important to me to be best of class. Now, do I think if I hadn't been as focused on being best of class, showing up, all of those things, could I have simultaneously been yes, I do think, and I could have done that. That was a choice that I made because I love what I did.
Yeah.
I've never worked a day in my life.
Yeah.
Have we had long days? Yes. Has it been a hustle? Absolutely. But it's never been work. Like it's never been a slog.
Yeah.
It's never been like, my God, help me. Like, because I
really do hear people say both. I hear people say what you're saying. I appreciate what you're saying because you're like, I was loving work and I was doing it. And had I not been, maybe I would have been more focused on relationship. But I also hear my clients say the opposite. I hear clients say, man, I was so focused on building a home and being in a relationship. And I feel like I lost this time in my career and what I'm doing. So for me, I just kind of hold both of these truths. Of like people who pursue one thing and then they didn't get this, or pursue the other thing and they didn't get this. And so my question for you would be, if someone finds themselves single when they expect marriage or partnership, how should they reevaluate their lives? Because that's a truth. Like that is a reality for a lot of people. Maybe you expected this partnership and relationship, but you're single. How should you reevaluate your life?
I think the great thing about the moment that we live in is that there are women like you out there actually on the ground coaching. You guys did not exist or were not quite as accessible when I was in the window of 20s and 30s. Like all of this is so new. And I think it's so amazing that we can have these conversations and that there can be experts and that people can go get help. Because today I can say, if it is something that is tugging at your heart, that you feel like I missed a window or I really want this in this moment and it's a priority, then make the adjustment and make the room in your life and go get the help. I have told friends of mine that speak about being like tired of being single and feeling alone. Girl, go get you a matchmaker.
That part.
What do you like? Stop playing. Get off these apps. Go pay your money. Like, go get the help. Like matchmakers, dating coaches. Like, tell your therapist to help you come up with the language.
Yeah.
Address your trauma. Like, get to doing the work. These tools are out there. And if it is something that you're wanting, just like if you were saying, I really want to be an entrepreneur, I really want to be the CEO of a top 500 company, you would just say, go get the mentorship, go learn, work your way, and get started. I think that is the same advice that I would give if it is a priority. It is not a priority for me still. It is not a priority.
I love the honesty.
Living my life, I would like to be able to have both. I have reached a window where I feel absolutely secure in the fact that for Mitzi, the way that it will work best is for me to pursue my latest career endeavors and simultaneously date and find my person. I think that I would be unhappy if I stopped one for the other.
Yeah.
Dang, I don't think that there has to be a stop for one over the other. But do you feel like one has more of a ROI than the other?
What do you mean?
Do you feel like one has more of a return on investment over the other?
Oh, ROI. I'm sorry. Okay. That depends on where you land. I think
for you, Mitzi.
For me, no, only because I have been successful. I have set myself up to be okay. I think a lot of times it is, again, like the good doctor said earlier, the idea of a 2-income home for a lot of people denotes safety. Right? I want to make sure that when I'm old, someone is there to look after me, sure that I have enough money. And there is a concern that they won't have enough to take care of yourself. So you need that second income. You want that help. You want that reassurance. I have set myself up financially where I feel comfortable. I don't know that I'm living life, la vida loca, but I'm going to be okay. And I recently had another health scare, and the way that my friends and family stepped in They didn't miss a beat. It was like Voltron coming together.
Mm-hmm.
I had zero expectation. It was one of my greatest fears realized. So I think had you asked me this before my recent cancer experience, I would have said, oh yeah, it has to, I need to have someone on the other side. But after I saw how my friends and family came together to support me through that, I feel like it's equal ROI for me. But
And I think you got to define that, right? Like, is it to you? And that's my question. Like, do you think that return on investment has to be defined by the person? You know, like,
I do.
What is it that you're looking for a return on? And I'm okay with saying that that's different for everybody. Not everybody has that same level of return, but for you, if it's community, if it's family, it's for people showing up for you, if it's love, then.
But I also think what we need to bring attention to is the fact that she's highlighting how important these other relationships are and bring intimacy. So when you have all of these other areas filling your intimacy cup, you aren't as thirsty for the romantic relationship.
I agree.
But a lot of people in this world don't have those rich relationships the way that you do. So they look at romantic relationship as like, well, I ain't got no homegirls, and I don't get along with my family, so I need my partner because I can't get these other relationships, and that happens often.
Right. And I do support women like that. Like if you do find yourself without a strong circle of friends, without family, then I do want you to find your romantic partner. We all need something or somebody that we can depend on.
Yeah, we need that intimacy.
Yeah. Well,
So
1,000%, but I also think that there's a reason why they can't hold on to intimate relationships. So now we need to unpack those layers because you want a partner, but you can't get along with friends. You can't get along with women.
And there's also like the kid conversation that comes into it, too, right? Because that's part of your legacy. And like, do you feel like if you haven't had children and if you don't have progeny to be your legacy in that traditional way, do you have god kids? Have you mentored people? Like, are you surrounded by children? Have you created an environment where your name will live on without that? I do believe that there's a reason for us historically as a community believing that there was a need for family, right? But I think, thankfully, as we move forward with progress, because I always say it in quotes because it depends on how you look at it, it is possible to get the same benefits that a family would have provided without one.
Yeah.
And again, ultimately for me, and I hope for most people, you understand the value of self. Like, I'm not being nitpicky. It's not about me not wanting to settle. It's that I value my authentic joy. I value my happiness.
And you know what I hear when you say that too? You do have family. Like, I just think that you've expanded. When I was at University of Houston, we taught this class called Contemporary Families. It's like, it's not that you don't have family, you just have a contemporary definition of it. You have community, you have people, you got people who love you, you have people you're committed to, you have people you pour into, people you're responsible for, people who are responsible for you. That's family. It's just not in the traditional sense. And I'm not an either or girl who feels like we need to get rid of the traditional definition of family, but I am also not a girl who doesn't say if you have these more contemporary definitions of family that we should discard that. And we should find that it's not as equally fulfilling. And you do sound like you have family.
And I think it symbolizes different things to different people, right? Like what children may mean to me may be different than what children mean to you, or when we talk about like the traditional sense of like creating family. But I think that you have to be real about like what's your why behind it, because a lot of people are doing it for
good, spicy.
all other kinds of reasons because society says, and they don't have a true why behind it, and what actually like why I want this thing. I think we need it very clear on that. Mitzi, we feel like this conversation with you is just getting started, so we want to keep you around a little bit longer. Are you able to stay with us after the little breaky break?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, hang around.
We'll be back with Late Night Love in just a second after this break, y'all.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first-round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
Back.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay. I'm singing the theme song. It stays in my head. We're back. Welcome back to Late Night Love. I'm your host, Spicy Madi, with Dr. Lawanze Hill. We are having a good time over here. Spicy and Mitzi. This is for you, Dr. Lawanze.
I'm wondering, to Spicy and Missy, do you think that, while I feel like I know the answer for this for you, Missy, and then Spicy, I'd be really curious to hear, but do you think that while we're waiting on our partners, we should become our own best loves? I'll start with you, Mitzi, and then I'm going to toss it to Spicy.
I feel like you know my answer. I also want to clarify. I want to find my partner.
Yeah.
I would like to meet my person so that we can start making memories together.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I feel like logistically, I have less years in front of me than I have behind.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been a good run.
Mm.
But Lord, please, any day now. Like I'm good. Like
Mm.
he can come sit me down. I am ready.
Mm.
But I'm also feel like I have never known myself better than I do today.
Mm.
I've never been more honest about who I am as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And I am so different than the person that I've been in every relationship that I was before. I understand why it wasn't that.
Mm-hmm.
That man.
Mm-hmm. And what does that look like for you? Like, what does that look like in real life of like being your own? Because I do feel like we get kind of caught up in this with social media. I'm gonna be my own best friend and things like that. And I'm with you on that, Missy. Like, I would love to be partnered. I love my person. I want my person, but I'm having a good damn time. Okay.
Right.
And so what does that look like on a day to day?
So it looks like I've never been, but I am the person, if I want to go, I am comfortable getting up and going. I saw the young man or the gentleman that was like, I want to sit here and have pizza and I don't want to share. No, that's not what I'm talking about. That didn't feel like
You
that
want to share
to
your
me.
pizza?
Right. Like I was like, sir, say you don't know how to share without saying.
Right.
Like we
just say
we
that.
talking about, that was not that. But I am very comfortable in my own company. I am good to travel alone. I'm good to try new things by myself. I like to go out and meet people.
Yeah.
I know in the world we went through a phase where everyone was like YOLO, like I don't need no new friends. No, I always want new friends.
Same.
I am open to new experiences because I'm comfortable in my skin and I know my limitations. I know where my boundaries are, not to keep people out, but to teach people how to treat me. Right? Like I've done that work so that I'm at a point where I can clearly communicate in a non-aggressive way. Hey, this works. This doesn't work. Thank you for attempting. It's not enough. Or, you know what? I'm interested in seeing where this goes. But I think you don't always, we may wake up knowing that, but along the way forget. And so it's a relearning. And I've had enough time to try and fail.
Yeah. You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing living. I'm hearing spontaneity. I'm hearing your own self-love healing journey. I'm hearing being open, but still being clear about what you want, but not like desperate because you're not letting anything in because you do have your boundaries. And to me, that feels clear. And I think that that's very attractive. I think that people usually, feel that and they're attracted to that. Before you was wifed up, Miss Spicy, what was that like for you? Like, how did you feel you were living your best life until your partner came? Like, what did that look like for you on a day-to-day?
I'm still living my best life.
Oh,
Spicy Marty here.
Love that.
So
I love that.
I was dancing on tabletops in flames of fire when my husband met me. I still be dancing on tabletops in flames of fire.
That's what I'm saying. Because that's why you knew he was your person. He didn't try to go off the table.
But I will say that, and this is just an area that I wanted to ask you guys. Do you feel like with maturity, right, and this extreme level of self-awareness and understanding and comprehension of what relationships take, that the maturity can be a gift or a curse?
I never feel like maturity is a curse.
Because I do feel like there's some level of it becomes more challenging the more mature and elevated our tastes and palates become. Versus in our youth, we're naive, right? We will accept more.
I see what you're
we're
saying.
more flexible. We're more willing to coach and groom, and we're just more accepting. And I feel like the more mature we get, the more that we're like, oh, no. Like, wait, you're not about to do and what I'm not about to have and what I'm not. I feel like there's more stipulations the older, more mature that we get. So this is why I was just kind of like posing that to you. But I was a hot mess then and I'm still a hot mess now, okay, for my hubby.
I feel like that can happen, what you're talking about, where people talk about all the time, like you're so set in your ways that you're unable to bend or compromise. And that's why I'm very careful about saying that my boundaries aren't about keeping people out. It's just
I caught that when you said that.
How to treat me, right? So I am willing to share with you what feels good. Because I know it. I'm willing to share what my expectations and the standards that I've created for myself. But at this point in life, I would hope that we're both close to financially equal so that we can share similarities and expectations. A lot of what you're talking about has to do with lifestyle because the character is the character.
And the self-awareness, right? Because I think to that point, some people, like my sister-in-law came to visit. She comes every week, every summer because my niece does dance with Debbie Allen's dance camp. And I always use it as like a barometer of like, okay, I don't want to be that person who's like single for so long who can't live with anybody else, right? And so she made this compliment to me. She was like, I was telling my friends, you are so easy to live with. And I was like, oh my God, I'm excited. And I told her I only have one stipulation, one boundary is that my kitchen is always clean. This house can be in a mess. I don't care. But what it told me was that like, I know what I want and I was able to communicate that, but I'm not so caught up in my box that I can't allow for somebody else, particularly my sister-in-law, my niece, my nephew to share my space. So I think it's about emotional maturity in that way as well.
And here's something to think about too. If you met a man who's messy and everything is good to go, but he can't keep my kitchen clean, I hope that man can hire a cleaner to come in. I hope that he has the means at this point in life to figure out a solution to the problem. And that's what I mean. Like, I'm not like, I need to be on the yacht. Yes, I would love to be on the yacht. But I'm talking about the everyday things where people fall out. Like, I need my kitchen clean. Okay, cool. So you can't keep my kitchen clean?
What we gonna do?
You can pay for somebody to come in here.
I'm not going to throw you away because you can't keep my kitchen clean if you got all these other traits.
Let us find a way to work around our differences, right? And that's but I don't know. Like I said, I love love. I love love. I mean, I am here cheering. Every time my friends meet a new guy, I'm like, oh, look at God is in the neighborhood.
That's what needs to be.
On my road. He on my road.
Please fall in love. Okay. Please have a wedding because I'm that much closer.
Yep.
But knowing that I love
that needs to be the mindset. That needs to be the mindset right there.
Right, okay, question. I gotta ask you this. Okay, I feel like you love love, and that's very clear. Like I relate to you in so many ways, Missy. You love love. You want to be in love, but you are also very happy, very content, very clear. But you're also open. You're not rigid. You're not inflexible. So that tells me you know yourself. And so I'm really curious. What are some of the best adventures that you've enjoyed solo or with friends?
Oh, with friends. My girlfriends and I have cut out. We have been all around this world. I promise you, we have been I have touched every continent at this point in my life.
Oh,
Friends in
I'm
12.
so jealous.
I love it. So I have friends that have done things like we've been in lagoons in Costa Rica. We've been in South Africa. I've gone to climb mountains in Japan. Like I have been in Australia on riverboats in Australia. We have been all around the world. I've lived. My parents are immigrants, so I have been on and off of planes since.
Where are
people
your
could
parents
speak on
from?
them. Both of my parents are from Panama.
Okay.
And you know when they hit you with the I came here with $25 in
I know.
my pocket, so I don't know what you complaining about. Like
that part.
She's like, you want to work for Jet?
Yeah.
We barely just got here on a
Right.
plane. Like,
what kind of job is
When you
this?
said
Why are
that
you not
earlier
a
that they
nurse?
didn't know what you were doing,
That
I was
makes
like,
so
oh,
much
is she first
sense.
gen? I
Yes.
think she might be first
Absolutely
gen.
first gen. But they were like, so people just pay you for your opinion? You're going to keep the light on with your opinion? What you think?
Right. They was not
Like,
feeling
well,
that.
it's not really just that, Mom. I want to just no. You need to just be a nurse, okay? I don't understand. Not even a doctor. I need you to be a nurse. Like, so I have been traveling my whole life, and I have been lucky to find a group of girlfriends that are open-minded and want the same things. I went to an HBCU, so that
Oh, which
a little
one?
bit about the minds. I went to FAM.
Okay, fam. You look, y'all in the swag now. You know, I went to Southern Girl, and that's fine.
Not Southern Girl. I mean,
I'm representing Spelman.
Listen,
and look at us. Look at us.
I know. I love that.
But I think that too says something about you to have made that choice when we did.
Yeah.
At the time that I was going to school, all my guidance counselors told me about were, the Big Ten,
right?
The IVs, and my mom was like, "Hey, girl, no. You done went to school with these good white folk this long. You going to?"
I had a man
I don't care what they told you about.
FAMU break my heart.
Sebastian said she had a FAMU break heart from man.
Listen, they will. At FAMU will hurt your feelings.
They will.
She's like, I can go.
I was tore up.
What I love, Missy, what I love so much about you, I love your spirit, I love your energy, I love your self-awareness. I feel like you are very clear about what you want. You're very grounded, and so I know that I can ask this question with a surety that you're going to give people what they need. So tell me, what are some key tips you would share with someone in the midst of their wait? Because you seem like you feel you are waiting very well. What are some key tips you would share with someone in the midst of their wait?
Go to therapy.
Ooh, listen.
But listen, don't go to therapy to just unload and say all the things that are wrong with you. Go to therapy looking for tools to process what we've been through. I'm not even going to say it's trauma. I'm going to say our life experiences. A lot of us growing up have been subliminally taught to accept and to live a certain way. We don't even realize that this is the soundtrack of our life, and that's why certain things are repeating. And that's why I'm so thankful to be here today, because now I can look back and be like, oh, I was dating my dad over and over again. God bless his emotionally unavailable heart.
Girl, I had one too, girl.
And I in the house, like love that, grew up with that man in the house, love him, but definitely like without realizing it, the strong silent type suddenly became sexy up until like a relationship ago, right? Didn't see anything wrong with that. Didn't see anything wrong with like, oh, he doesn't have to have as much as you. As long as y'all are together, you stay in, like all these little
That's
things.
the model.
You have to untrain yourself.
Yeah, yeah, you have to undo
But
that.
you have to know what you're untraining.
Yeah, for sure.
Once you make peace with that, start rewarding yourself by living.
Start with.
It's a reward,
that's
like,
a bar.
Show
That's a
up
bar.
Every
Now we see
day.
why Maya flew her out for the music video.
Right? Like,
why Shanti
yo,
flew
you
her
got
out.
up today. You already
Shanti.
won.
Yeah.
You are gorgeous. Right. We were out there at the beach and just playing the record. Like, this is forever.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the whole
I love it. I love
Then the whole
it.
industry crashed.
You were
Everybody
around during Aaliyah day too, right? Like rock the
Ma'am,
boat. Were you on the boat?
listen.
Were you rocking the boat with Aaliyah?
Listen, you talk about being on tables and bed cats.
She said
when
it
they
was.
used to be like, Oh, I'm sorry, you're not on the list. Yeah.
Mitzi, we have absolutely, positively adored you. You have been incredible. Thank you so much for coming for Late Night Love. I'm really curious, how can we keep up with you? Where can we find you and how can we keep up with you?
Listen, I'm on these good socials.
Okay, good
You can
socials.
find me at mitzymiller.co on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay.
And I am out here being the ambassador of joy. That is,
I love that.
Keep going. Keep
Mitzi, are you
going.
making dance videos on TikTok too?
No,
Did you do the new Chris Brown challenge? Did you do it?
I
You
did
gotta
not
do it.
do the Chris Brown challenge.
Do
But
that.
never say never. I might meet somebody that makes me want to do a Chris Brown challenge.
Manifest.
I love it so much. Thank you so much for coming. We're gonna definitely keep up with you. You've been a pleasure.
Please do. It was
Thank
such a
you,
pleasure.
Mitzi.
Thank you for thinking of me and including me.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, y'all. So guess what we have for you? We have more Late Night Love back after 2 minutes.
Ow.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the hell up.
You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and The Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, you know we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 10:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
I'm Isaiah Carey, here to shake things up with the stories that hit hard and matter most. Here on The Factor, we cover news with grit and authenticity. We challenge the status quo and get down to real talk and bold discussions. Join us as we amplify the voices that disrupt, inspire, and lead the charge for change. Your story is power, and we're here to unleash it.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored. New episodes weeknights at 9:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Welcome back, y'all. We are back here for Late Night Love. And you know what? This might be a little bit too real for some people, but you know I like to keep it 100. It may be too real for people to accept, but everyone will not marry or stay happily married. I am a living witness of that. If my therapy walls could talk, they would tell you that. And so, Spicy, is it possible to have a great life without a long-term partner or marriage?
Yes. It is absolutely possible.
Okay.
I do think that you can live a incredible, fulfilling life, but it is what you create, right? So you can't do that just from your couch. Like, I think that you need to be an active participant in your life and what you want it to look like outside of a romantic relationship.
Okay.
Like, if you decide, well, I want to have an amazing, fun life, and partnership is not going to be at the center, which I think you should have an amazing, fun life even in partnership as well. Because I definitely don't think that your life should be defined by your kids. I don't think your children should ever be the best thing in your life. I don't think your partner should ever be the best thing in your life. I think that you should know how to create your own passion and excitement. Because other people also are dependent on you for you to pour that into them as well. So you need to be at the root and the center of that.
What
but
does
it
that
looks
look like? Okay, I was going to say, what does that look like?
It looks like you finding passions and hobbies that excite you, things that make you feel childlike again, finding your inner child again, right? When you were fearless and you were a risk taker before the world told you couldn't, or that you were too much, or, it looks like curiosity. It looks like you planning things for yourself, celebrations for yourself, or celebrations with others who you love. Not waiting on other people to give you an invite, but for you creating the experiences that you want, the vacations that you want. Like, it looks like you taking ownership of your joy versus waiting for people to present that joy to you.
Not outsourcing it is what I'm hearing. Like you can't make this an outsourcing job. So I always feel like people hear that and it feels, even though it feels so real to us, it feels so lofty to other people. So if they were like, how do I start that tomorrow?
Okay.
What would be one of the first things, taking all of that, what does that practically look like tomorrow? I am taking intentionality and responsibility.
Okay. Practically tomorrow, you can look into a sport or hobby that you are interested in, right?
Okay.
I keep hearing about Pilates. You know, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna Google. Let me register for a Pilates class. I'm interested in going to Hawaii. Maybe I've never been to Hawaii. You know, what's the price of plane tickets tomorrow for Hawaii? I want to get my friends together. Okay. Well, what events are going on in the city? You know what? Let me Google on Eventbrite, or let me look up. You know, what's the next show at LACMA, so I can get my friends together for the jazz concert. It looks like you signing up on Partiful and sending out invites. It looks like you planning your own birthday party. Stop waiting for other people to celebrate you. Celebrate yourself and invite them.
And if you don't know what any of these means, Google it. Like I was like, all of these platforms, but I like it. It's very practical. It's like how... I feel like it's an exploration. Because some people, I'm just really thinking about the person who has no idea what any of that is. And I'm thinking about the person who has no idea what they like and what they want. This is a trial and error, y'all.
Yeah.
Like you may not know that. Some people know that I want to do jazz, I want to do sports, I want to try a new hobby, I want to do Pilates. But if you don't know that, Google, what are people doing at my age? Put that in the Google and figure it out, because I do think that that is practical and living in real time.
1,000%. I will say that I'm a huge advocate, though, of balancing that with something to connect with men. If you should decide, I also want to incorporate partnership. I think you should be doing all those things that I just listed, regardless of whether a partner is there. But if you also want partnership, make sure that you're tending and exploring some things that men have to do that as well.
For. Okay. So to that point, my question is, why is everyone attached to getting married? Is this thinking? I feel like I know the answer to this. Why is everyone attached to getting married? Is this thinking outdated?
You do know the answer to this, but I love this. Like, okay, we are. Marriage has been something that since the beginning of time, which you already know, like it has been a part of or attached to our relevance and our access. Self-expansion through mate involvement. Okay, we already, but let me just keep it a buck 100. I do think that when you decide to commit to someone, because marriage is the biggest commitment that you will ever make. When you decide to, parenting is actually bigger than that. But when you decide to do that, your world expands and it elevates to another level, and you're actually expected to grow and ascend to a higher level. And I think that it is not something that is outdated. I think that it is something that we have become more fearful of. And therefore, we will call it outdated. We will call it old school. But there's nothing old school about growth.
Okay, let's see. A relationship is cool, but have you tried traveling or learning a language? Maxwell wants everyone to know life isn't just about being partnered. Does he have a point? Y'all check it out.
Being single gotta be one of the coolest things, and here's why. I feel like we all get so caught up into relationships, not realizing that there's so much to do out there. You literally can start cooking, learn a new skill, start working out more, get in the best shape of your life, start reading books, travel, everything. And all of us, all we really care about is being in a relationship. It's like, that's the only thing we can like tie our identity to. When it's like, you don't even have to do that. You have to, what you can do is just build on yourself, become the best version of yourself, travel. You don't gotta do that. Just travel, meet new people. There's so many things to do in this world. You don't have to worry about being with somebody, especially if you've already been through that. Now I get it if you've never been in a relationship and you wanna try that. But if you've been in like most relationships like I have, it's time to focus on you, man. And this applies to men and women, guys. It is okay if you're single at 35. It's okay if you're single at 40. It's okay if you're single at freaking 50, 20, whatever age it is, because there's so many things to do in this life that you don't need to be with somebody to feel fulfilled and happy. In my whole life, I've always been the type of person who stick in relationships, who always want to be with somebody, because I get afraid of being alone. But then I'm realizing now that you don't need somebody to have fun. You don't need somebody to try new experiences or do new things. All you need is yourself.
Do you think they should qualify? Because when I hear that, I'm like, I get it, but also I do think we need people. Do you think that, is it that you don't need someone or you don't need a romantic partner? Because could you have good friends, good family, good whomever experienced this? Or do you feel like, because I don't necessarily believe I buy in a solo dolo life. I believe we are communal. We are intended to be in relationship with people. And so I don't believe that isolation is healthy for our mental health and well-being. But I also don't believe that that's always, being with someone is not always linked to a romantic relationship. So what are your thoughts about that? That's my initial reaction. What are your thoughts about that?
I think that there's something about romantic partnerships that's unparalleled to any other relationship when it's healthy.
Okay.
But now I'm going to say something unhealthy about it. That I think that romantic relationships are the only relationships that allow you to actually be adored and loved and fulfill your childlike self through it. So when I hurt, how do I want my husband to treat me? I want him to baby me. When I can't solve for something, what do I want my partner to do? I want him to solve for it. I want him to go, well, who does that? A father. You know what I'm saying? Like, he takes you. I know we say, like, that we should, be whole and all these. No. Relationships actually heal some of the wounds that you had in the child. The same way that you're so intentional about, I need an emotionally available man because my father wasn't emotionally available. When you get that and you receive that, you are actually able to feel the next level of love that you were supposed to experience as a child. That me as your homegirl cannot satisfy until that man comes and he actually fills that little hole in your heart that you didn't get right there. And then also being able to give that to your child heals the wound on an even another level, because now you actually get to see that love in real time with someone you actually created with that person. I think there's levels to this, and I think that you can travel with all of your friends and family, but I feel like romantic relationships are reserved and preserved for next level love and healing.
I agree with you. I think 95%, as with me and Spicy.
Because it can't be 100. That's the ones that got to be like, but there's 5%, I'm going to say.
No, but I do really agree with you, 95%. I do feel like it's a different type of love. I do think that romantic relationships unlock something different, in the same way I can say that I think platonic romantic relationships unlock something different. So I completely agree with you that it's a different type and a different brand of love. And we're going to keep talking about it, y'all. We have 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes, y'all, to text your crew. Me and Spice have been going back and forth. You got 2 minutes. Text your crew. Tell them to turn in on Late Night Love. There's more good combo after this. We're going to see you in a bit.
Hey.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and The Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in, because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 10:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the hell up. You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
I was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on, man, let's split a ride home.
Hey, besties!
What is a bestie?
I like you.
She's fun.
It's about to be a good time.
She's always looking out for you.
Since you're my bestie, I will handle it for you.
She makes you think.
Here to uplift and empower.
She's always encouraging.
You are that girl.
Chelsea Edwards, your bestie in daytime.
Like, it's a spiritual moment.
Chatting with Chelsea. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Welcome back, y'all, to Late Night Love, and we have something from the chat. Dynasty, I love you. You be riding with us, girl. Stay tuned in with us. Dynasty said, why is it actually great to be single? Question mark. She wants to know. Because you don't have to ask permission to go out and explore yourself personally. I think you should do this at every stage of your life. What do you think about that, Spicy? I think so.
I loved my single life. I lived my single life to the fullest. I also think that there's so much self-discovery that comes with being single. When you are single, you get permission to make mistakes. You get to only just be accountable to yourself. And even in the dating process, like I wish people could enjoy dating more and not look at it like, okay, this has to be my person, and more about the discovery of it and the experience. And I look at it like dancing. Do I like who I'm dancing with, right? And I have permission to dance with whoever I want because I'm single. And I can see, do I like the way that this man leads me? Do I like the way that this man twirls me? Do I like the way that this man spins me and dips me? And you don't necessarily get that full experience when you've already, chosen someone. Like when you are single, you get permission to explore and to have fun without any expectation. Like just the learning and the knowledge. And then you can make a educated decision after you've danced with everybody. You're like, okay, now I know what kind of partner I need.
Okay, I love that. So speaking of exploration, I'm very curious. Do you think it's possible to experience true love or soulmates in multiple relationships?
At the same time or separate?
Throughout our lifetimes.
Okay. I do not believe that there's just one partner for you.
Okay.
I think that
100% agreement.
Yes.
Y'all, we have found a thing.
We get along on this one answer.
I agree. Say more, Spicy.
I think that, and I'm gonna just throw a number out there that is my theory, right? Yeah. My theory is that there's at least 5 people in this world that can please and satisfy you. Okay.
Ooh, I be saying like 100, but okay, I like that.
And I'm gonna say 100.
I feel like it's gotta be 100 for at least for me. But go ahead.
I think that when it comes to partnerships that are healthy, that you can actually feel comfortable, safe, your best version of you, you pull out the best version of them. I'm gonna give that number 5. Okay. Now, might that partner not be close in the vicinity to you? Might they be in another country? Like your only goal in life is to just find one of those 5. Like all you gotta do is just experience people, find one of those 5. But might one of those be the best out of those 5? Absolutely, because there's always an order, right? There's always first place, second place, third place, fourth place, fifth place. But I do think there's multiple ways that somebody can love you, multiple people that you can become from those partnerships. But my theory is that there's 5. And all you guys got to do, because there's billions of people in this world, all you got to do is just find one.
I love that. Like, I love the non-scarcity. I love that there's at the 5. I say that it's 100. I tell my clients, of all these billions of people, there's got to be at least 100 for you. But I like that you narrowed it down.
And they may not be in the package that you think. They might not be the ethnicity.
They may be looking a little bit different. A little bit different. All right, so true or false, y'all? We attract who we are, not just who we want. Do you agree with Perceptive Phoenix? Let's talk about it after this clip.
Allow me to blow your mind for like a quick 1 piece of a second. You know the term soulmate, the word soulmate. So basically we have different forms of soulmates. So you got a high soulmate where it's like, you're the love of your life. Then you got your karmic soulmate where they come to teach you lessons through being toxic. And then you got the twin flame, which is also a really high form of a soulmate, which is like kind of like toxic and love of your life mixed together, combined in one. But twin flame is kind of like a reflection of your soul. But now, you know the saying and the term, we attract what we are, period. Allow me to tell you that you've already dated and met a good chunk of your soulmates. Whether they were toxic, whether they weren't, whether they were whatever the hell they were, you have met and dated a good chunk of your soulmate. Because think about the word soulmate. 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 What do I mean by that? Seriously, think about it. Whatever you were vibrating off of in the moment, that's what you attracted. You may have thought, this is the love of your life. No, this is the love of who you are right now. Let that sink in. meaning you're attracting your soulmate for what you are on the inside, who you are right now. So if you want that great love, romantic, beautiful, adventurous or whatever the hell you want in a soulmate, if you want that, you need to become that. Or you're going to keep attracting the soulmates that you align with right now. So you need to look within and see what you really want in a soulmate and become that. And that soulmate will come to you.
Okay. What she's trying to say while she does her lashes is that we date at the level of our self-esteem. So by her saying we attract what soul season we're in. We attract the mate for what soul season we're in. If you're toxic, you're going to attract toxicity. But what she's really trying to say is that you date according to your wounds. So if you are a magnet for someone who is your wound mate, right? That might be the person for you because toxic, you deserve someone who's toxic. But she's not defining soulmate, though. I was waiting for the definition of soulmate.
That feels more aligned. Like, I feel like she's talking, I think, in my opinion of this, is that you're using this word soulmate. Because to me, soulmate is like your person, the best version of you. Not the broken version of you, the toxic version of you, the wounded version of you. Like, the person that gets you on a soul. Because soul, to me, feels like a deep level. So your soulmate are the people who get you on that level. What's understood don't have to be explained. We get each other. We move through that. And I don't necessarily always feel like, maybe she's conflating that in the sense that it's, based on where I am, I'm attracting you.
Well, I think that you can have a soul connection with someone.
Okay.
I don't necessarily mean that, I don't necessarily think that our soul connection is attached to you making the best version of myself. I think that evil can fall in love with evil and be the best. The best.
I guess I just have a pure version of soulmate. It's just like,
I think evil souls can also have soulmates.
Listen,
they can
okay.
worship the wrong kingdom together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that it necessarily means that the person's becoming the best version of you.
Okay.
Or that's why we're attracted to each other. I think that you can make moon mates can be with their wound mates, but. I do understand what she's saying about as where you are, like, and that person that you were connected to during that time. But that there's more to come. Should you work on yourself and should you grow, now you will elevate in your vibration and the magnet that you attract and who you become, right? You can also attract eventually your healed mate should you heal.
Okay. All right. Well, The Greater Gatsby drops a gem. Listen closely, y'all.
The love of your life should be the love of your life. The first time I read that quote, I thought I understood it. The person you choose to be the love of your life should be someone you genuinely love. I read it, thought about how I would have rephrased it, and went on about my day. It wasn't until hours later, when I was alone thinking about it, that I realized I'd put the emphasis on the wrong word. The love of your life should be the love of your life. You are the center of your existence and your longest running commitment. In everything you are involved in everything you choose to do, your life's greatest aspiration should be to love your life. No one is coming to be more committed to you than you are to yourself, because no one can. You are the love of your life. My wish for you is the unconditional love of self and the ability to let go of everything that causes you to feel anything but love for your life.
What do you think?
It sounds like, yes, self-love, and in order for that to occur, self-acceptance. Having an appreciation for self despite choices that you've made. Appreciation and love for self despite, people that you have chosen. Appreciation, like an adoration for self, regardless of what life has thrown our way. I love me through it all. I worship me through it all. And that is the most important. I agree that the most important relationship that you should have with self should be about how well you treat yourself, how much you pour into self, because literally that will make you a magnet for somebody who loves you hardcore.
You're gonna draw that. You're gonna whatever you put out, you're gonna draw. You're
For
gonna
sure.
attract that. Okay. All right, y'all. We're more than halfway through tonight's episode. Come back after the break for the last of Late Night Love.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Rolling!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher. He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't he alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
Louder for the people in the back.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
We're back. Late Night Love continues. Dr. Lawanda, let's spend some time talking about things people can do for themselves while they wait for the one. What kind of things could someone add to their daily routines that could increase their likelihood of meeting someone and make them happier, more fulfilled people, regardless of their relationship status?
Pleasure. Get you some toys.
Vibrators.
Ow.
What brands?
The roses.
The
Get
rabbits.
you some rabbits. Explore your
The
sexuality.
dragon. Y'all gotta try the dragon.
Oh, I haven't heard of the dragon.
The dragon.
Okay, let me put that in the mix. Explore your pleasure. I don't think that we've talked enough about this, y'all. Like, I do think that pleasure is center and it's focused, and it is an inside job, and we can outsource it with other people. So I would say explore your pleasure. Figure out what you like. Explore your body. Get sensual. Then figure out what kind of pressure you like, what kind of touch you like, what kind of vibration you like, what kind of porn, dare I say, that you like, you know? Like, I think explore your sensuality and your sexuality and figure out what you like so that when you're with a partner, you can figure out how to share that and advocate for that, because that's so important. And I think that I would also, you know, to what we were talking about in the earlier segment with the guests, of just like get comfortable being with you and knowing you, because then you won't sacrifice that or compromise that with a partner. Yes, we want to be open and in community with other people, but I think sometimes the reasons why relationships can go sour is because we don't know enough about ourselves and what we like and what we appreciate. And if I know that, I could be like, Spice, I kind of want Mexican food. I don't really want seafood. I'm not into that. Versus, I'm doing what you want. So I would say pleasure to me is out the top of my head.
Pleasure.
Get to know what you like and what pleases you. You don't have get cute, get sexy. Go to bed with your lingerie on by yourself.
Or naked. I like to go to bed naked.
You don't have to wait on that, for someone else. And then get to know what you like so that you can be able to share that with someone else. It just makes it even more meaningful.
Yeah.
And more
You're able to
fulfilling.
articulate it too. Like there's a certain level of comfort that you'll be able to explain, like, I like it like this.
Yeah,
this is where my spot is.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that.
I would add on to that and say, even for imagination and manifestation purposes, the intimacy card games, practice answering those questions. Because a lot of us, we're more comfortable with sexual intimacy than we are even emotional intimacy, and answering, those tough questions that actually require vulnerability. We beg for somebody to be vulnerable with us, and then they are in front of us and we're like, ooh, I'm not ready to answer that. But it's like practice playing those intimacy card games with yourself. And then you know what I'm saying? When they are in front of you, you're like, boom, I got the answer. I know.
Dr. Jack, I think she's been on the show before. Dr. Jack, she has the sex formation cards.
Oh, I like those cards.
I have those cards, y'all. Because in those cards it has.
I need to get those cards. I love those cards.
Please get those cards, Micey.
Showed us a few of those, and I was like, ooh, I like these questions.
Because you can do them with your partner, but then they're also like self-awareness cards.
That's the piece that
you made
I
me think
love.
of it when you said that.
And Aaron Blake wants you to know, while you're waiting, there's no reason to be lonely. Do you agree?
Being single does not mean being lonely. I'm not sure why I see that so much online from people, but let me go ahead and clear some things up for you. Let me remind you who you are for a second. Every single person on this planet has a gift, is a gift, has talents, and beautiful things to showcase to the world. And yes, a good relationship does mean bringing two of those people together and making something amazing. But that's the thing. You are meant to be one of those people by yourself, with or without that person. Your relationship status doesn't define you. It doesn't dictate your place in this world. Although social media might make you feel that way, it 100% is not true. So while you're single, I challenge you to do a couple things. Figure out what you're passionate about. Figure out the friends and the people you want in your life. Identify exactly where you're struggling, the things you need to work on, and work on those things. Become somebody that you're proud of, regardless of the pressures around you. The best thing about this whole thing is that there's no blueprint to being you. Nobody can recreate who you are. You can imitate, but you can't duplicate. So whatever you're meant to do, only you can do that thing. So travel, try that job you always wanted to try. Try new social groups. Do whatever it takes to figure out who you are. Because what's way more important than just being in the relationship is bringing the best version of yourself into that relationship. Because if you can't wake up and love the person you see in the mirror while you're single, why on earth would that change with someone else? Don't go into a relationship trying to discover who you are. Go into it bringing the best version of yourself so that y'all can make the absolute best partnership you possibly can. I might have been single for a long time, but I can guarantee you this. Whoever dates me next will get the absolute best version of me that I can possibly give them. And I can't wait to show that to someone.
I like that energy.
Do you think that the single period actually needs to be you not entertaining dating and in isolation?
No.
Or does the single period need to always involve you dating?
Both. I don't think either or black or white. I think it should be a combination. We need to have some spaces where it's just us. Like I was talking about this earlier in the show. Of like sometimes you need to take a break because you've been doing too much. It's like going on vacation. It's like taking a leave. And then sometimes you need to try it out because you've been by yourself for so long. I think it should be a little delicate dance of both. Singleness should be you reflecting, exploring yourself, but also dating and figuring out, because I do believe that dating relationships are mirrors. They tell us about ourselves and they tell us what we like.
1,000%. I agree with that. SEB Traveling thinks you should stop waiting and hit the streets by yourself. Check her out right now.
A few words of advice on this beautiful Saturday night. Start going out alone. It will change your life. I don't know what it is about being a woman and going out by yourself. Men just approaching more versus being in a group. And if you are a single lady and you want to go have a good time and also talk and meet men, start going out by yourself. Start going out and taking yourself out on dates at restaurants. Start going out to lounges and jazz clubs and cafes. Even if start traveling solo, it will change the game, I promise you. This is my night 2 of going out. I took a little weekend trip. I'm not gonna name the location right now, but I took a weekend trip, and this whole time, solo, I've been meeting so many people, like at museums, walking by myself, restaurants, lounges. I just came back from 2 different lounges, and the amount of people that you meet, not even just men, but just people in general who are just want to talk to you. I don't know if it's like they see you by yourself and they're like, okay, let me talk to you, but it's just such a huge difference. I encourage you all, especially for my single ladies out there, stop waiting on your friends to go out. Get out the house, stop being a homebody, and start going out by yourself. Changes the game.
All the single ladies.
Look, going out by yourself takes next level confidence. You are more likely to be approached because you aren't entertaining anybody else, and the male is less intimidated to come up to you. When you're by yourself, you can date yourself, and when they come up to you, which they will, tell them, I took myself on a date, but you can join me if you want to take over for me. Like, you can flirt with it, make it fun. I also recommend that if you go out by yourself, that you talk to other people,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
Like, I think that there's next level connection that you can have. If you go to a lounge by yourself, go introduce yourself to a group. Hey, took myself out tonight. I'm trying to make friends. You want to be my friend?
And I also recommend sitting at the bar. Bartenders are y'all's friends, y'all. Like, go. It's the safest place to start. Yeah, let's say you're gonna lead. If you're gonna work your way up to the group, start at the bar. Even if you get a mocktail, you don't have to drink. You can get you a soda, get you a water, get you a soda water, get you a mocktail, or get you a cocktail. All the things. But this is the best. The sparkling water with you some lime. The best advice my best friend gave me when I was doing my residency was like, she's like, you need to go to these places, go to a local spot, go there frequently, become a regular, and make friends with the bartender. And because if I go to a spot by myself, then at least I got one person to talk to at that bar. And then that's going to make me like attachment. We talked about this on Tuesday. I'm attached now. Now I can go and venture out and talk to other people. So I think that's a really good start. And it's never failed me.
Going
ever.
to the bar?
Going to the bar.
Yeah.
I sit, like, even when I'm with friends or I'm out on a date, I'll be like, you want to sit at the bar? I'm just so used to the bar.
I still go to the bar, and I look around to see who's about to send me a drink.
Because it's coming. It's so coming. The bar is the easy target. It's the easy target.
What other things do you do during your single time?
The bar, different places. But it also gives me time to flirt because if you are by yourself, you're not entertaining your homegirl who need her drink,
You're not
who need her water.
distracted.
You're not distracted. I can lock in, and I've done this, y'all. I've locked in on this dude. I be flirting. I be like, hey, give him an eye. I give you 2 eyes. That's all I'm going to give you. All right? Because I'm still kind of traditional in that regard.
I'm going to be like this.
And then, I like that. Like, you know, smile at you or whatever. And then, like, I just, like, feel like testing out.
Yep.
Like, doing a little bit of testing out and see if my moves are working.
If you
I like to do
really
that.
want to be a little courageous, send a glass of water his way. Watch him come up to you and be like,
I sent you some, but I like this. I'm like, I wonder if they'll come. I like that.
Just a little, just a little extra something so that they know that you really want them. Because you could just be making eye contact and they're like, oh, she's just being nice. Men will talk themselves out of approaching you, even based on what energy they are in that day. Okay. So look, every little bit helps.
Right.
We're counting down to the end of tonight's Late Night Love. Come back to hang with us in just 2 minutes. We'll be back.
I'm Isaiah Carey, here to shake things up with the stories that hit hard and matter most. Here on The Factor, we cover news with grit and authenticity. We challenge the status quo and get down to real talk and bold discussions. Join us as we amplify the voices that disrupt, inspire, and lead the charge for change. Your story is power, and we're here to unleash it.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored. New episodes weeknights at 9:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
What is a bestie?
I like you.
She's fun.
It's about to be a good time.
She's always looking out for you.
Since you're my bestie, I will handle it for you.
She makes you think.
Here to uplift and empower.
She's always encouraging.
You are that girl.
Chelsea Edwards, your bestie in daytime.
I get the spiritual moments.
Chatting with Chelsea. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
Back, Late Night Love continues. I'm Spicy Mari with Dr. Lawanza. What would you hope the audience learns about living while waiting for love tonight?
Singleness is not a dirty word. It's not a permission to not live your life. And that you can do both. You can be single and still be enjoying your life at the same time. I don't think that gets enough airtime. And so I think that we can kind of live in this polarized climate where it's like, well, I'm single and I'm having fun and whatever, or I'm married and everybody need to be married. And I think that in that polarization, we lose the reality that people can exist in two worlds.
Yeah.
I can want to be married and want to be partnered, and at the same time be single and having a good time and be open to that. So I really hope that people take that away tonight.
I'm gonna tell folks, don't let your cut buddy, your situationship, okay, your sneaky link, even your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband. Some of these people, so that you ain't alone, need to be moved out the way so that you can get to Mr. Man. And you are spending too much time, wasting too much time with the wrong people. And so you might just need to be alone for a minute so that you can appreciate when that person comes. And if you're staying with someone just so that you aren't alone, that is a waste of time. Like, it's only going to delay the process in you meeting your person.
Yeah.
Because they working on themselves while they're trying to connect with you. Work on yourself while you're trying to connect with them as well. But no, tonight has been great. I loved Mitzi's contribution to the conversation.
Same.
You know, she was a bright light. I love these relationship conversations.
Yeah.
And I know so do you. Even when we go toe to toe, you know, blow for blow. Chiefs 1-0. What'd you tell me? 0-1, 1-0. I don't know sports, y'all.
The Eagles are 1-0.
Oh, Eagles.
The Eagles are 1-0.
Is that the Chiefs or that's a different team?
No, the Chiefs lost, and I'm happy that they lost. They're 0-1.
I don't know anything about sports.
We gotta change that for this season. We gotta change that for sure.
But one thing is certain: we're not going to see eye to eye on like single versus relationship, right? Like, I feel like I'm super pro team relationship.
Yeah.
Like, if I could make every single person in this
She
world
would. Spicy would.
in a happy, healthy, loving relationship, I would, y'all.
And I am like, yes, relationships matter. I fundamentally believe in that. We have very much so shared ground on that. But I'm also feel like relationships in the context of being more fulfilling and making you happy, and it has to be the right romantic, not platonic, romantic relationship. So I am going to always advocate for the single girlies who are having a good time. Like, so I think we have a shared ground, but also very different ground on that.
I also think the miserable, like, whack people also deserve one another. Like, I think everybody
we
should
agree on that.
be like,
y'all go get together. Y'all go get together and get off the market, and y'all do y'all dysfunctional thing together.
Dysfunction
Please.
deserves dysfunction.
Please.
Want to know the best relationship Nick Cregan has been in? Take a listen and learn.
So somebody asked me an interesting question today. Somebody asked, Nick, why are you still single? And I actually want to answer that with a question. Why is it that being single has a negative stigma around it? And I think I came up with the answer. Loneliness doesn't come from being by yourself. Loneliness comes from a lack of self-love. Some of the loneliest people I know are currently in relationships. Some of the happiest people I know are currently in relationships. Vice versa. I'm single because I choose to be single. I've been a relationship person, and deep down, I'm still a relationship person, but the best relationship I've had in years is with me. Love yourself. If anything, when you fully love yourself, you might rather being single because most people ain't. If you choose to be in a relationship, cool. If you choose to be single, cool. What you should never choose to do is ever settle for anything less than bliss just to fit in to what society thinks you should be doing or your family thinks you should be doing. Do you?
I agree with this statement about you could be in a relationship and be lonely. I think, though, that loneliness comes from not being able to share joy with the people who you want to adore you. I think that you can get attention and not care about that person who you're getting attention from, but loneliness comes from, dang, I'm not getting attention from the person who I really want it from. Right? And that could be in the relationship, that could be out of the relationship. But I think that there's like next level adoration that we're looking for. And oftentimes when you're in relationship with a person who you don't like or someone who's whack and not loving you the way that you feel like you deserve and you stay with them anyways, you are going to feel lonely.
Yeah, I think that the tension is a piece of it, but I also feel like another piece of it is connection. I think for loneliness, for me, I experience loneliness. Like, I don't think that being singleness doesn't mean you don't experience loneliness. I want to be very honest about that. There are moments that I'm like, oh my God, I'm so lonely, but it's because of a lack of connection. I want connection with someone. I want connection with someone that I adore, to your point, that makes me laugh, that I can, feel on the same vibration with. So I do think that loneliness is not just about like that whole self-love. It's about connection. We're humans. We're interpersonal people, so we need that.
Yeah.
In addition to being adored, because it's just like when people say I'm in a room full of people and I feel alone. Why? Because I don't feel connected to you. So I want to, put that out there for sure.
I think also we'll use your room full of people. I think we have to take some responsibility for the connection taking place. I think oftentimes we're waiting for someone else to make us feel close to them. And some of that responsibility has to be put on us as well. I think that a percentage of it has to be us. And they can accept it, they can reject it, but you at least have to know that you made some form of attempt for that connection.
Agree.
It can't just be, I'm waiting for somebody to show up and rock my world, which a lot of people have that expectation.
I agree. Like, and my friends will tell you, I will FaceTime you in the middle of the day. Get ready. I will, if I'm feeling like I want to connect with someone in this moment, I want to talk with somebody. It could be romantic, it could be platonic, it could be sexual, it could be all the things. I may want to send you a couple of videos, hello, to the people. But it's like, it's on me. I can't just be like, oh, I'm so lonely, I wish somebody would call me.
Yeah.
I wish someone would text me. I wish when somebody would send me some sexting text, I have to say, this is what I want, I'm going to pursue it. So
1,000%.
Feel you on that.
1,000%. It's time for the last break before the end of tonight's Late Night Love. Meet you here in 2 minutes.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the hell up. You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Rolling!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher. He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't it alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
Louder for the people in the back.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and The Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, you know we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 10:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
We're back with Late Night Love. Well, we were over here sexting, y'all. Okay?
We were.
Dr. Lawanda said she liked some sexting, so we started.
We was just doing a little impromptu.
This is Late Night Love, okay? Spicy Potty, Dr. Lawanda Hill. What you're seeking is what you're looking for, too. Anthony D. Bryce reminds us, when it's time, you'll know.
Somebody out there looking for you right now. Not somebody like you. You, the way that you love, the way that you think, the way that you care too much, even when you swear you won't anymore. The way you carry yourself, even after everything that you've been through. They're not looking for a close second, a good enough, or maybe. They're looking for exactly you, your heart, your mind, your soul. And when they find you, their love will be deeper than the pain. It won't feel like confusion, like begging, like proving. It'll feel safe, certain, real. A love that stays, not one you have to chase. A love that sees you, not one you have to convince. A love that feels like peace, not one you have to recover from. A love that shows up every single day without hesitation. Somebody out there is searching for that version of love with you. So don't you dare settle for people who only see pieces of you, for people who need convincing, for people who make you question if you're asking for too much. Because when the right one comes, you won't have to fight for it. You won't have to beg for it. It'll just be there, choosing you every single time.
Oh, that piece that you know when they want you, regardless
I am
of all your
looking forward to
flaws.
that in my life. I am definitely looking
It's
forward
coming.
to that and manifesting that.
I'm gonna help you get that.
I love it.
Get that man.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
But I feel like it's, officially time for the weekend. We made it through another soul. Feeling Friday night. Okay, it's been a soul feeling Friday night. Dr. LaWanda, thanks for being a fantastic co-host. Beautiful co-host at that. Thank you to the amazing Mitzi Miller. And saving the best for last, a big thank you to our audience. We appreciate you spending the last 2 hours here with us. Meet you back here on Monday for more important conversation about getting to love and romance. I'm Spicy Mari, and this is Late Night Love. The Listening Lounge is next on Fox. So, buenas noches.
Welcome to Fox Soul's The Listening Lounge, where you come to find your favorite new audiobooks that will leave you inspired and wanting more. I'm your host, Derica Abraham. This week, we are showcasing Oludera Adeo's Self-Care for Black Women, where she details 150 self-care exercises designed specifically to help Black women revitalize their outlook on life, improve their mental health, eliminate stress, and self-advocate. So let's pick up where we left off yesterday.